We're out here tonight, connecting with nature and enjoying the breeze. In this ambience, she should be very relaxed to share her story, her confession. My lady, you're welcome to Confessions on TV3.
Thank you, Miss Nancy.
My dear, this is Confessions. The ambience is solid. Share your story, your confession.
I'm pained, so much so that I find it difficult to forgive my husband. I have a burden on my heart that I want to let go. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a career woman, a wife, and then a mother.
Of course, we all.
And then I met my husband.
Yeah.
Miss Nancy, my husband was such a sweet soul that he was able to sweet talk me for me to be a housewife instead of a career woman. Of course, he was paying me monthly, so why would I bother to go ahead with my career? So I felt my husband loved me so much. And so I was one of the happiest women in the world. I had to raise 2 kids. And Miss Nancy, honestly, I lost myself in the process of raising my kids. I'll be honest with it.
Yeah.
I forget to treat myself as a woman, care for myself like every other thing a woman would do for her to be attractive to her partner. I lost all of those when I was raising my kids.
Yeah.
And so I discovered that my husband was cheating on me. I was so pained. I felt betrayed. That why would my husband cheat on me? You asked me to be a housewife, take care of our kids. So why would you cheat on me? In fact, I couldn't believe it when I was told that my husband was cheating on me. But life has an unexpected way for us all. So one day I came in contact with my husband's side chick. In fact, we actually met at my friend's birthday party.
Then did you know she was your husband's side chick?
I didn't know.
So you just met a random lady at a party?
Yes, please.
Awesome.
Miss Nancy, this woman looked very beautiful, very elegant, pretty, and her skin, oh my God. In fact, I admired her so much. And so I approached her and complimented her on her dress and her skin.
Yeah.
So she told me, sorry.
It's all right.
She told me her sister is into skincare products.
Okay.
So we exchanged contact.
Yeah.
That I wanted to purchase some of her skincare products from her sister.
Okay.
As strange as it may sound, we became very close friends.
Okay.
She took me to the gym, the spa, salon. We went on trips. She bought me everything that she would buy for herself. She buys everything for me.
Wow.
And so I started using her skincare products.
Yeah.
And I started realizing that I was coming back into that woman that I used to be.
So your grooming was top notch.
Yes.
You look great, actually.
Thank you. And so little by little, I built my self-esteem.
Okay.
Because this lady actually showed me love. That my husband, whom I was staying in the same room with, wasn't showing me.
Okay.
She did almost everything. She was there for me. Whenever I need someone to talk to, she was the one I would run to.
Okay.
As I was making progress, the unexpected happened, Miss Nancy. One day, in the heat of the moment, I chanced on my husband having an argument with her side chick, his side chick. She actually came to my house and they were having an argument. And the revelation hit me so hard.
So, all this while you didn't know she knew your husband. Didn't she know where you lived?
She did. So that took me back to when I met her at first. I'm sure she knew me.
So she knew you were her boyfriend's wife.
I'm sure.
And she became close to you,
I'm sure.
helped you build your self-esteem, go to the gym, fix your skin tone. She's quite a kind one. I mean, I can't help but think that she's kind.
She did. She is more than kind. But I took her as my best friend, my sister, my mother, because I don't have... my mother is late. So I took her as my mother, whom I run to anytime I have issues in my marriage. But she also tells me her problems and everything. So we had that link and we shared everything together. My kids even calls her auntie.
Okay.
So I chanced on them having a heated argument. But I didn't let my husband know that I was in the house. So I hid somewhere and I listened to their conversations. So later on, when they were about coming down, I think they were about to have their thing, I went inside.
In your house?
In my house.
Okay. And then you went in?
Yes.
Okay.
And now, when they were arguing, my husband wanted to let her know that he is no longer interested in the affair and that he wanted me back because he has realized he is losing me as a wife. So he wants to do everything possible to get me back as a wife.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend, my best friend, supposed girlfriend, is telling my husband she would not allow that because she loves her. At the same time, she loves me. Meaning my husband is aware of my friendship with her side chick.
Wow.
Yet she didn't say anything about it. And now my husband is begging me that he wants me back so badly. And
Okay. Your husband wants you back.
So badly.
He wants to break up with the side chick.
Yes.
You love your friendship with the side chick.
I do. Very much.
Okay, so where lies the confession?
My supposed best friend is asking me to forgive her and then forgive my husband. But then she also has confessed to me that she's in love with me, that I'm the first lady she has actually been attracted to sexually. And Miss Nancy,
Have you had anything to do with her already?
No.
How do you feel about her confession?
Miss Nancy, I feel I'm also attached to her. I feel I'm also in love with her.
As I'm not critical, I can't even get the head and tail. My husband is cheating. I met this woman. She became my friend and family. Woman is in love with my husband. I'm in love with the my friend. My friend is in love with her. And some more also. We are out of the studios tonight, away from the studio audience as well, and we sit as in penning for ye bedim penning komo and your confession kitwan and yensakano and penning for you are welcome to Confessions.
So
Tonight it's just you two gentlemen.
That's
and
right.
I. It's great to be out. Don't you love the ambience?
It's
So
good.
schön. So
See, there's something about nature.
Oh yeah.
You can't trade off nature.
Of course.
Yes, so
Of course.
it's natural.
It is good. Back to our confession. Offer.
Yes, ma'am.
Utieniye. It's the story is some way for me. First of all, let us start with a woman who had plans of being a career woman, a wife, and then a mother. She found the love of her life. They got married. And she says the man convinced her into letting go of her career to become a stay-at-home mom. Housewife. She was being paid monthly. Offer, at what point does a woman let go of her own purpose, her own vision, her own plan, and say that because my husband said, I will be?
Ms. Nancy, thanks so much, and we greet all those who are watching us. One of the things that no human being should lose track of is your identity and who you are.
As you always say.
Prior to you becoming the wife, what were you? Is it gone? Is it dead? Even if your husband says that, okay, I want you to stay in the home, trade it off. Because you have something unique you can also bring on table. This is what I don't like. That a man tells the wife, Tinefie, then I will take care of you and all that, and so don't work. It's good, but some other point is not. Because the bottom line is that what if you fall? Who will be there?
Hold you?
We are two. Becoming one. Why must you elevate yours and quash mine? No. So right from there, the woman did not do the trading off well, did not negotiate well, because I believe that if you're a woman and you have gone through your career and the things you want to do, you should still be able to exhibit it. She didn't do that. It's what unfortunate. But here, let me say this to all men. The life in marriage is totally different. And I don't like the people who sort of mimic it and say, oh, I want it to be like this. No.
Yeah.
It is when you are going, night falls, day comes, that is the marriage. So anything can happen.
Yes.
And don't ever tell your wife or any woman, stop your
Working.
profession, your career. No. And if you're a woman, you are listening to me. Negotiate.
Yeah.
We need to negotiate.
When you come to a point, Pastor Little, officially you are very, very reverend.
Yeah.
Or is a very reverend doctor?
Very Reverend Doctor.
Very, very doctor.
Abraham.
Congratulations.
Wonderful. Very reverend. And
Yes.
we affectionately call him Pastor Little.
Yeah.
Pastor
We all
Little
love
Beach.
that name.
Yeah.
At what point does a woman say that, yes, I'm married to you, but I am an individual, like Kofa is saying, and I make my life's decisions for myself. I can be both a mother and a career woman. I'm not letting either of them go.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Nancy, and good evening to all our audience. I want to define housewife.
Yeah.
So we have the archaic definition of housewife, where those times that you don't do 8 to 5, you
Yes.
are home, you don't
Yes.
work.
Yes.
Then we have the technological definition of housewife. So she's home. She's,
She's
for
a
example,
stay-at-home mom.
stay-at-home mom, and she's maybe an IT expert. She works partially, but she's home. She's in the house,
Yes.
and she's a wife.
Yes.
She doesn't go out of the house. Her work is at home.
Yes.
That is also housewife.
Another house.
Then we have those who are paid, like in this context, to be home from 8 to 5. So that is her job.
Yes.
But what is important is that there is an acceptance on the part of the woman.
Yes.
You have the choice in life to do what you want to do.
That's right.
So if you accept to do 8 to 5, but in the home, and your husband is paying you. I heard of a situation where the husband was even paying SNIT, with all respect to,
Yeah.
was giving pension
To the
paying
wife.
the
to
wife,
the stay-at-home mom.
the stay-at-home mom.
because she was employed to be a
Employed.
stay-at-home mom.
And that was the decision of the wife, that if I'm staying home, then you have to give me all these benefits.
Yes.
And that was agreement.
Yeah.
Now let's come to the reality. At what point in marriage or in the situation of marriage do you tell yourself that I want
I
to
am
stay
married, but I
stay
still want
home,
to follow my passion, follow my career.
Exactly. So it falls under what we term contemporary marriage. So
Okay.
in the contemporary marriage, the woman works, for example, with an insurance firm, is a media person. We all go to work 8
Yeah.
to 5. We come home.
Yeah.
So at what point, how do I balance being a mother, being a wife, taking care of children, being a professional career woman, advancing in my career and the like? At what point? How do I handle that? First of all, understand that we are in a fast-moving pace now.
Yeah.
Our world is going very fast, and even the income of the average man cannot meet the demands of the home.
Yeah.
So the woman have to work, the man have to work. And if we are both working, then it is our responsibility to take care of the home. Our mean man and woman.
And woman.
If you tell me, fine, don't worry, I will do whatever, just stay home, take care of my children, then you have to fulfill all my needs.
Yes.
And it should be my decision, like I said, my prerogative.
To
Me
be-
na me pene
To
saa.
decide that I'm a
Decide.
stay-at-home mom.
I'm a stay-at-home
Not because
mom.
you forced
Force
me,
me to.
like in her situation.
Not at all. To ọbaa no wogye tom. The guy will say, "Okpene no, you have accepted
Yes.
to be that stay
Yeah.
at home mom." Then that is the point we go. But it is your decision. And like Ofa said, we will not encourage people to say, that, I want to stay at home. If a woman can raise children, a man can also raise children.
So sometimes it shouldn't only be the work of the woman to stay at home and raise the children.
Exactly.
In our 21st century, the man can decide that woman work, bring in the income. I will be a stay-at-home dad.
Oh yes, it happens.
And a lot
It
of
does.
men are home, stay at
Yes,
home,
it
stay at
does.
home dad, yet in our
Well,
context.
I would rather opt for the stay-at-home mom.
A lot of men.
In fact,
Listen, let me add this to it. One of the
Yes.
missing link that we are not getting. We all have a base.
yeah.
So if you have come to marry me, you do not usurp me.
Yeah.
I also have a base.
Yeah.
What is it that I can give to my mom, my dad? It is a result of what I can do with
Make
my hands
out.
or what I was doing. So the man, remember that. You cannot, if you think you can suffice all that, hallelujah. But don't put the woman in some kind of a bottle
Yeah.
and expect that, oh, pia humbeto.
Let's have the conversation about people understanding that for both a stay-at-home mom or dad, there is a purpose deep within the person that they want to fulfill as people that walked the surface of this earth. And that there is no money, there is nothing else that can compensate for that. That zeal to fulfill destiny.
Exactly.
Pastor Little.
Yeah, so let's also put ourselves in the shoes of other people. For example, when you have a severely challenged child, when you have children who have special needs, special care and the like, sometimes you cannot combine work and this raising these children. So then, because of love, some mothers especially will say, I want to quit my job. And I've met a lot of moms who will quit their jobs to show love to their children. In this context, is love that compels them. And it is their decision, their choice. Like we're trying to emphasize on this one. It is not a husband say, stay at home. Insisting. I don't like it when you wear skirt and you wear and your boss is looking at you and you walk. I don't like that. No. If the boss will look at her or whatever, if it is her decision, it's her choice. In marriage, you are not enslaved.
No.
You are coming with something on the context of marriage. Now, back to what the great question you raised. Why will anybody in our context now want to get to the level where you say that I am a stay-at-home, I need all the benefits, I need all the things that I will get if I'm working. We will have to define the fact that work. So let me tell you some very interesting. The other time I stayed home and I was taking care. Miss Nancy, I checked my time, it was 3 o'clock. I had just been mopping, sweeping, trying to put things in order, and they had just left. Check, it was
Before
3.
you knew, it
was 3, 4 o'clock.
They were coming
They
back.
were coming back. It is a lot of work to stay home.
It is.
Cleaning, mopping, putting house in order, and especially raising children. It is also work.
Major.
And that day, my wife should have paid me. So,
So for the men that take it for granted and says that I leave you at home, you stay at home all day, and I go out there to work hard, sweat, and I bring in the money and you spend. To be a stay-at-home mom, it's a major thing. This is Confessions on TV3. I am with Counselor Edumata and Pastor Little. We'll be right back. This confessor says that she became a stay-at-home mom and she lost herself. She says even her skin tone was not toning. The color was not popping. She had put on so much weight, she has lost her body vitals. And Pastor Little, what is it? What can happen to a woman to cause that? In her case, is it because she was mentally not ready to be a stay-at-home mom that the stress had a physical toll on her, or it's of her? How many, you have children, don't you?
2.
2 of them. And did you see any changes prior, before your wife had children, and after?
Oh yeah. Adi not tego. Adi not tego. Oh no, so that
she breastfed.
Exactly. So that is a transition.
Yes.
But Miss Nancy,
I want to still
Africa. Naughty.
Bottom line, whether it stands or falls, for a man that is with you, he will still enjoy you.
The value is the same.
The value is the same. Thank you.
Miss Nancy, this aspect of us that we lose ourselves, we shouldn't do that too. Yes, you are a wife, but apart from being a wife, you are a woman.
Yeah.
Apart from being a woman, you are a lady.
Yeah.
So you need to segregate your role in that marriage. In fact, I'm going to pin the lady against the wall that why must you look at your skin wrinkling? When you could do so many things to as it were. Remember, the marriage is about dazing the eyes of your husband.
Yeah.
Letting your husband admire you.
But she got overwhelmed with raising kids, 2 children in a row, which she was mentally not ready for.
Yeah, Miss Nancy, I think sometimes what I term the contemporary marriage come with an issue. Some pastors are the source of the problem. When you get married, mothers, you don't have anything to do with them. Stay away. When your mother comes to take care of you when you have given birth, she will teach you some things.
Exactly.
Mothers will tie your tummy,
Your cloth around your
tummy
area to
allow
tuck
you to
your
sit
tummy
in some. But
Yes.
Mr. President, you know what's
the traditional ones.
one. Sometimes I don't know the English.
Yeah.
Sometimes they let you go through things that after you look fresh, you look good. Because they have been there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in the contemporary times, when my son was born, they said, oh, don't do this, don't do this. And you see that my mother and my wife's mother, they will still themselves and do some things.
Because it helps.
It helps.
It is a way of life for ourselves, and it worked for us. It may not work for other people in other parts of the world,
Exactly.
but it works for us.
What we call context sensitive.
Exactly.
So, Sepi, you idea this row, shri, to make your skin, to put you in a certain context.
Meanwhile, we don't want it in our homes anymore.
So the point is that we should learn from our mothers.
Yeah.
We have migrated to the cities, we have migrated abroad to Europe, all around the world.
And
but
cutting the extended
family away. The mothers have something to teach us. Grandmothers have something to teach us. Next is the person in question.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like Ofa is saying, you yourself, you owe a responsibility first to yourself. And whether, yes, the expression now is that pregnancy will humble you. Childbirth will humble you.
That it will.
Yeah. But
I mean, the part is when you're still pregnant and the changes you will see in your body.
Yeah.
Your nose, I mean, look at this major nose of mine.
bloating.
And imagine it's increasing.
Yes.
I mean, the mirror was my worst enemy. I didn't want to see my face.
Oh.
the beauty of it.
Oh, yeah.
But afterwards, I have seen a lot of women who will tell you, I've given birth to 2, I've given birth to 3. You will not believe it.
Yeah.
It is possible.
It is.
Why will a woman, after giving birth, go to certain state? From a psychological perspective, you see clearly that sometimes, like you said, the stress is too much. They are not ready and prepared for what is coming, mentally for what is coming.
Just excited about childbearing,
And that's
but
it.
they forget that it's coming with a lot of responsibility,
Abilities.
physical changes, financial changes.
Emotional and all that. And then, to some extent also, being a mother, some have said, is a solo effort.
Yeah.
No matter how a man will be around, breastfeeding, a man cannot breastfeed.
Never.
The baby is crying, you have to be up. You have less sleep. You try to sleep and the baby is up.
Yeah.
And all of these things contribute to extra stress.
Yeah.
So the man comes in to mitigate the stress. In our traditional Ghanaian setting, your mother is there, your sisters are the family. See, akwara we aso akwara kakra, we aso numu kakra, yaya abeduru kakra ma, ya de prekesa tum, yaya nkwa ma.
And you know all that, right?
Yes. Abedru ma.
Yeah.
And it fits you. And in some contexts also, the mothers will prepare you well.
Yes.
So that if you don't take care, just after 6 weeks, you see your husband, you get another one.
Yes.
By fire, by tender.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so these are things that, yes, Sophia, please.
Miss Auntie, so looking at what Pastor Little is saying, what are we saying to our mothers? And we are being for. Me mom baby am kono ho. But you see, you've forgotten that there's somebody who knew before you.
Offer,
Yes,
let's go back. I'm not so old. When we called adults, I'm able to go. When we call the young ones,
Sure.
I'm also able to go. So I do know that at a point in time, people would go back home.
Yeah.
When they were ready to give birth,
Exactly.
and they would have support back at home,
That's
and
it.
after 3 months they come back to their husbands.
100%.
What happened to that arrangement?
Hey! Baye! Ombe kumba! Uyinsa ni besai. Menko! Do you hear what the prophet said? Do you hear what the pastor said? Do you hear what the counselor said? We are staying here.
Now the prophet is here, the pastor is here, the counselor is here. Please tell them.
You see, sometimes I say that some of the sermons we preach, some of the mentality we have, we are a context sensitive people. Yes, there are issues where sometimes you go 3 months, the time come, the man, there's another woman who is trying to be there. There are all sorts of issues. But we should still be conscious and mindful that we need one another. We need family.
Need.
It's a need.
We need family. We need people. We need friends by us. Mr. Nancy, I tell you a story. In Germany where I studied, you realize that there are senior Ghanaians who are in the neighborhood. When Ghanaians give birth, young people give birth, they move sometimes to stay with them.
Wow.
Sometimes
And
they move and help them.
How
Even
beautiful.
there outside.
Even there.
How beautiful.
So you there, you Accra. Sister, wow, you have also given birth due to that child.
Some people are actually obsessed with having children abroad, where there is no family and they are stuck with themselves. Sometimes it's their first child in a little room or someone else's basement, and they have no experience of childbearing, and they are stuck with the child alone just because of abroching kata.
Wow,
it's sickening. It's sickening, and that's the mentality we are talking about.
The confessor is still here, and I'd love to ask her, my lady.
Yes, Miss Nancy.
I hope you're good.
Yes, please.
And you're with us.
Yes, please.
Did you get any help, like housekeeping, somebody to help you bathe your children? Was your mother or someone employed to give you help when you had your children?
Actually, my mother-in-law came to help, but she stayed for, I think, 3 months, and then she left.
3 months?
Yes.
For your first child?
First and second child.
For both?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you had kind of help.
Yes.
But did you feel relaxed? Were you all right? Were you mentally all right within the period? Were you comfortable having your mother-in-law around?
Yes, please. She's a very nice woman, and I always loved her company. But I think the fault was for me, because I felt my husband was so much in love with me, so he would take me in any way that I'll present myself to him, not knowing it was the opposite.
Do you agree that you were overwhelmed with raising children?
Yeah, not really.
So, I mean, she had help, and still she went through stress. She had the help, but still she lost herself. Physically, she was not minding her grooming. Let us discuss what it does for a woman to have perfect skin, perfect hair, get her grooming intact. Some of the ladies do not even have what I call loungewear. Right from the office, you see them wearing 90s. Either a 90 or a piece of cloth. I actually am a fan of the piece of cloth. For me, it's quite a sexy little one. You wrap around, and you know, as you go in, it's trying to fall when you're calling for certain attention sometimes. But for some, they have no little sexy things with which they lure their partners. They don't know that when my husband is coming in, I need to have this lovely little gold necklace, a little earring. Like whenever you see jewelry on her, it's because she's stepping out. Whenever you smell perfume on her, it's because she's stepping out. Back at home, they don't take care of themselves. Tonight, I have 2 men here. 2 fine Ghanaian men who are both married. One a counselor, but still a man. One a pastor, but still very much a man. Let's talk about the kind of things that you want to see when you come back home.
Mahonya fe. Let me see the real you in you.
Real you, not just saying.
The real you in you means that you have thought about me, you know I'm coming, you know what I want, exhibit it.
Which parts are usually your most exciting? How do you want to see them?
Oh, the dress you wear turns me on a bit.
Okay.
Not too much of your lipstick.
Okay.
And then tomorrow will say beauty boom, and also you
and that's what you.
I can't. Hey. No, let me tell you, there is something in it. Why no person any be adipa? And anything that is coming from her is excellent. So look for it. At times we do go and say, why?
Yeah. So for the men, they should also tell the women when they do it
but here with the ladies' issue, it looks as if she was not communicating with the man in that vein.
She said that she felt very loved, and she knew that her husband wanted her anyway.
Miss Nancy, that is where the problem is. And especially those so-called Christian church people.
Very Reverend
they see marriage, love is not enough.
No.
Love is worked upon. There's an expression I always say, to love is to give it room to grow.
That's it.
So if you feel love, work on the love.
And give it room to grow.
He comes from work. Some, going back to her situation, a lot give birth and they feel that, oh, there's a pressure. Some get cravings to eat more, to put on more, to just not to care, engage with the children, and to eliminate the man from the equation. So they don't think about the fact that I'm still married. I'm still in a marriage situation. the man is totally eliminated from the situation. If you are conscious of the fact that I am still married, you keep yourself, check yourself, work on yourself, and let the love grow to the stage that he comes from work. Yes, even if you have put cloth on yourself, at least
it gives the skin some glossy feeling.
He comes home and you see that
you should smell like pineapple.
Oh,
you should smell like strawberries. You should smell so good,
Good.
edible.
The secret is that who is coming home?
My
He's
king.
my man,
My
my
king.
husband,
My
me
lover.
wura. At the end of you see, you got to play the role
Yes.
to catch the eye of your husband. What do you want? We are not going You start questioning.
The energy with which they will meet you, whatever excitement you're coming
you
home
regret
with.
it. You meet the monster.
Just like, a man who is on heat and what can we be actually what you?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Ojo,
energy goes down.
I'm telling you.
Whilst we are still at looking at peeling for your husband, your partner, when you are a stay-at-home mom, or even if you are not.
No, yeah.
Ofa, let's talk about sex after childbearing.
Yeah.
You know how therapeutic sex is.
It is.
You know I'm still a virgin, but the other time I dreamt and I realized that as a woman, when you also for which eye are you using?
The bombastic eye.
No, I dreamt and I woke up and I had a baby girl.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but I know that when it's so good in that dream, when it's awesome in that dream, your body restarts.
Yeah.
You get a certain energy when you wake up.
Yeah.
You get more creative, and it's a confidence booster. Why do women stay away from sex especially after childbearing?
Laziness. They open their doors too much. And what I still want to emphasize on what is it that you've married? Sex is a priority.
Your husband is not your brother.
Maria.
Have sex with him.
Maria.
Your wife is not your sister.
Maria. And we use sex to, as it were, settle issues.
Yeah.
Discuss plans.
Yes.
See how well tomorrow will be.
Yeah.
Even if I fault you, in that processes, we settle it.
Every issue is settled on the marital bed.
You know what I like most?
Tell me.
After the act easing out of yourself, the sound that comes. That alone. That alone. No, me come and go what you say.
After the whole thing.
See, anybody who goes through that and at the end do not do the you have a problem.
Osofo, do you do you do the
Who is important?
Who is important?
Essential.
But Miss Nancy, the question you are raising is a very important question. And
Sex after childbearing.
and in the month of August, on the a program I ran, Love Like Sobolo, we are talking about man care.
That's right.
And I'm saying
care.
that every woman, every wife should be a side chick to your own husband.
Thank you.
So you are a wife and a side chick
Thank you.
in the same entity. So side chicks, whether you like it or not, the world now is competitive.
Oh, yeah.
The man is walking through town, driving, he's seeing things, he goes to the office, he's seeing
Listen,
things.
in 2020, in 2030, research indicates that there would be so many women in the world from 22 to 45 years without husbands. So if you think that
So when you're kununua, born hobai, when you're kununa, maninye kunu, let him be a husband. So if it is dressing, as he is coming, make it, if it's university course, it will be husband 101. It's a 3-hour credit course. You put in energy, you put in assignment, you think about it. But after childbirth, a lot of people eliminate husband from the equation.
or lover from the equation.
So there's no husband, there's no lover. It's only my child.
My breadwinner.
My child.
And her father.
Yes. But if you put husband in the equation, you are mindful when he's coming from work. When he comes and he's doing sex. Now let's go to the therapeutic dimension of sex. Some doctors are even saying that after, well, if it is natural delivery, after, some will say after about 6 weeks, some even say 4 weeks, some will say
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Safe.
And after, when sex is involved, it helps in the healing process down there. It's you see, it's readjusts things in that context. It arranges things well. If it is CS, then some will say that, oh, there's time, give time and the like. But it comes back to the issue that sex is not just penetration. Sex has to do with the mind.
A whole lot.
So that's why the name It's love making.
Love making.
So we make love.
Yeah.
We build love.
Yeah.
We construct love. We create love. We romance love before we come to the last icing on the cake. So if I'm even giving birth, I have to have my husband in view, not just my child.
You know what I was just thinking? I know that the viewers out there, most of the guys are elated. They think we are giving it to the women. Let's talk about the men.
Yeah.
Are they worth it? What kind of man is the man that comes back home to meet a stay-at-home wife who just freshened up, made the house smells like heaven, looks sexy, the beads are in place, and she's serving her king? Who is that man?
That man who cannot see that has lost it. Sabe mana who say and Miss Nancy, one of the things that resuscitate love are words.
Yeah.
Words, without words, it wouldn't even kasa ansa no waware. Bema.
Give compliments.
Give compliment.
The boys, little boys on the set this afternoon, I was asking them. They say if you give a woman a compliment, blah, blah, blah. So Ghanaian men are unable to say, oh my God, you look good. Oh my God, this is breathtaking. This is, a sight for sore eyes. They don't use those expressions on us.
Admiring ignites the light in you. Me can't say, you're pinky, Miss Nancy, you're looking
Bobby
see the way you feel?
Bobby
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see? so we should learn doing that because there is a thought. I always say that whatever we see, there is a thought. What is the thought? You are dealing with the thought. Oh, me kunuba. Me person me maybe no who say yes, I'm also there. How would you culminate that? Oh, baby, you're looking good. Give me 360. Give me 360.
Yeah.
These
And
are
I
the
will
things.
turn around 3 times and I'll end up on your lap.
Mama.
That's it. Add on.
You see, so all these things we should learn. It is not I'm the husband.
Yeah. Also, talk to the brothers. Yeah. Who is the man? Apart from you being kind with your words, giving compliments to your personality, who is the man that the woman would feel honored to be serving you? You know, it takes something for a woman to come out of herself to want to impress you. Are you impressionable? Are you a responsible husband?
Great.
Are you working hard?
Yes.
Are you creating a name? Do you make your wife revere you?
I think from those of us who are Christians, biblical perspective, it says that husbands, love your wives.
Yeah.
So even when she had given birth and she's bloated, love your wife.
Yeah.
Even when she's complicated, she's what? Love. If you love somebody, you don't look down upon the person. If you love somebody, you are always there for her. So you come home and say, oh, you've been home the whole day. Thank you so much. You put the place is just nice, on point. Thank you. You cook for me. Thank you for the food. You appreciate like what is saying. Aside that also, you have been away from 8 in the morning to about 5. You've never called, not a text message. I've been busy in the office, my brother.
You know.
But in the busy in the office, you went to the washroom. You didn't sit the whole day.
You had 10 minutes to chat with colleagues.
With colleagues. And in the same office that you were busy, some men are so something else. You cannot tell your wife she's looking good, her hair is nice, but you can tell other girls in the office.
You smell good.
It's the same man. Oh, you smell good. Or baby, your boss. Or baby, to say, do you feel?
Medase. And that is what the men out there are supposed to know. We are out there on the women, but we're not leaving the men out. We will go out there. This time round, we need to know exactly what you think. And so the voices, the opinions, we are collecting them like noses. Everyone's own matters.
I think the woman should actually consult a counselor and a therapist because everything happening right now is just mind games. Her mind actually is confusing her. So I think she should visit a counselor or a therapy that is actually going to help her come out of this, because going for the girl is actually not the right thing to do. I think you should just go for the man back. But yes, she needs a therapist for this.
The lady in question here is a married woman with children. So my advice to her, she should just end everything with her friend, because lesbian, no, it's not something I advise her to do, because at least she should consider her children.
From my perspective, I think the side chick has done a great job at advising the main chick, because I know because of such advice, the husband will not be trying to come back to the main chick again. So now that the main chick is trying to fall in love with the side chick, I think the side chick to advise her again that lesbianism is totally not good. Yes, I think that is my perspective.
The man should have attention for his lady, because it's because of that. That's why the lady was trying to have a feeling for the other lady. And also the attention comes in a lot of things. It comes with getting time for the woman, in dressing and everything.
That was actually a good one. People, I am not leaving you yet. Let me take this break. When I come back, more. This confession has got so many lessons in it. And one other important thing beyond her body and how she lost herself is how she went to a friend's party, met this pretty woman. She is a nice lady, because it takes one great woman to give compliments to other women without feeling intimidated. So according to her, this girl was looking good. Skin was popping, dress, everything was on point. And she yearned to be like her. And they strike an acquaintance, moved on from acquaintance to friendship so easily. Yet, this woman was good to her. Offer, making friends. Making friends. You know we need friends, right?
Oh, we need friends, Miss Nancy. But you got to know who is this friend you are going for. And you will be people are coming with agenda, with some kind of a premonition. They know what they're about. For all you know, this woman has been monitoring this lady for so long a time. Now, it's a plot. So I want her to get closer to me, find out what she's actually doing, and then see whether I can take the husband or whatever it is. You should know all that. So the moment somebody comes to you and says, I want you as a friend. Oh, really? Thank you so much. Nobody will say, why do you want me as a friend? What is it on me that you think? Keep asking your, don't go and ask the woman.
No.
Don't go and ask that friend.
Yeah.
But keep
Ask
asking,
yourself.
and then look for consistency in the delivery of that supposed friend.
Friendship.
You know what I say? And you will get to know that what she's looking for always persistently.
Yeah.
Ohama.
Yeah.
So if it's not in that line, don't go there. You see, that woman that met Prophet Elisha,
Yes.
that said that, look, my husband was a prophet like you, Wawu. I don't have anything. Prophet Elisha asked, what do you have
Back at home.
back at home? He says, a pot of oil. Today, this evening, I want every woman to locate that pot of oil.
What you have.
That
by
you have
yourself.
by yourself.
In yourself.
In yourself. And then, prophet said, go into your room, shut your door. What do you say?
Get
Too
private.
Get private, concentrate,
Keep people
know who
out.
you are, know what is it that you want from it. It is your prerogative to accept somebody as a friend. Nobody can impose being friends with you. When we lose ourselves and we don't know what we have, these are the things that happen to us.
And so you meet people, you strike an acquaintance naturally, you exchange contact and you are able to build. But mostly when people are so persistent with being in your life, you have to be careful.
Very.
The Chinese say something that there's no love without a cost.
Thank you.
There is no love without a cost.
So every love comes with some cost, some
Every
reason.
association comes with a cost.
So like if I say, identify why is this person
In
trying
your
to
life.
come into my life? Why? What is the objective? What is the motive? Obviously, there are people who come into our lives with clear motives. A lot of people like that. But in the contemporary setting, in the here and now, people will not just come into your life. You have to have something in your hands that will attract them. And sometimes people come to add on, sometimes people come to take away.
Yeah.
So know who comes into your life and for what reason the person is coming into your life. In this particular situation, we see what we may term as outsourcing. The woman in question, from her confession, we are told that this woman knew that she was the main wife. So we label her A. And this is B.
Side
So
chick.
side chick. So the side chick comes to be a friend to the main chick. There are a lot of such situations.
How do you do that?
To
You are
safeguard
trying-
themselves.
Why?
So
I
they
mean, don't
come-
they understand what rivalry is about? Those of us that grew up in Kumasi.
No, Miss Nancy. you
My
see-
rival is not my friend.
No, Miss Nancy, it's strategic.
Strategic.
So she comes there.
That's
Oh, hello.
wickedness.
Yes.
Miss Nancy, will you be shocked when you go to your husband's office and the secretary, oh, hello, madam, you're welcome. And so in a content of the house, she's the side chick.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk to me formally, but you don't go beyond wanting to take my bag or trying to impress me so much.
She impresses you, get your trust.
Exactly. My goodness.
Knows your weakness.
Exactly.
Knows your loophole.
Exactly.
And with all respect, a lot of women tend to talk too much.
Yes.
I've just met you today. Hey, my husband, he doesn't come home. He's always this. He's
Stress,
always this.
Depression,
Release all.
unhappiness,
your lips.
and sometimes they think they've met a perfect stranger, so they can vent to them.
That is
Vent
dangerous.
all, and people pick information
Yes.
from you. He knows.
Yes.
She knows your loopholes. She knows how to handle you, and she's there. Oh, enyashi. Oh, sir. But oh, who? Not okay. She's the enemy within. And please, and please, and please, and please. The wife, she presented herself as a perfect example, solution. There could be some positives in her action also, because she realized that maybe if this wife, this is what the husband sees in me, the side chick, if I can present this to the wife also. There are some side chicks who are side chicks, but also conscious
and kind.
And we want her to also follow this path that the husband can stay home. There are, in fact, some side chicks who are tired of being side chicks.
They are tired, is tired.
Tired is tired. The side chick is not side chicking them.
Yeah.
And they want to win off some men. Some people really want to win off a lot of men. So if I can make their home well, then I can. For all you know, she also wants to get married. She also wants to leave the situation.
So she is sowing seeds that she intends to reap positively.
Exactly.
She is, talking about the fact that this girl has become her confidant. Fixed her body, fixed her skin, fixed her. She took her to the gym and everything that a young woman would need to groom herself, build her self-confidence back. And she's saying they've gotten so close that the lady, the side chick, is now saying that she's finding her physically attractive, and she feels the same way of her.
Yeah,
she feels the same way.
Because you presented vulnerability to the woman. That side chick. You made her know that you don't have anything, you don't know anything, and I'll show you. So the more I give you all these things, I'm taking your authority. At a point in life, I'll ask you, I want this. Would you say no?
No.
No!
She's giving you so much, so you'll be willing to give back to her.
So that was what I said. He should have just asked, why are you doing this to me? What is it for? What is your intent? What we are seeing is just the performance of a thought.
Yeah.
The woman has pre-planned it.
And
Coming to destroy.
luring her
Exactly.
into this. And it's another way of taking her away from her marriage.
Exactly.
When she gets super excited over here,
Yeah.
she gets satisfaction, she would have no need for a man.
Yeah.
Also, she is being lured into lesbianism, and she knows that she's not just falling, she's sliding from through.
And we see clearly that those of us who are spiritually inclined, you see that the works of the devil is at play.
Yeah.
He comes to steal, kill, and this
And
is the
destroy.
distraction part. She's destroying everything you have and gets at the core of your life. So first, she's taking your husband, now is destroying your own life.
Yeah.
We thank God that she's not even introducing her to drugs and other things. What this also tells us is that clearly we see that when people are vulnerable, like we say, they try to find solutions anywhere.
Yeah.
And I want to link it to a lot of our sisters and brothers and people who are going to prayer camps, prophets. Sometimes it's because of vulnerability.
Yes.
It's because of an issue they can't handle. They need somebody who will just listen. And I want to say this to buttress my point again, that yes, we have to pray. I believe in prayer. Yes, we have to have time. So in Ghana, people pray at dawn, 12 to what is good, continue to pray. Some will pray in the morning up to about
5 to 6.
It's good to pray, but after you have prayed, work. After you have prayed, use your mind. After you have prayed, use the solution God have put in your system.
Exactly.
Apply that. It's seldom that you see people, wives, back to the issue. He said, I'm praying for my husband. 12 to, hey, mention the name, pray. The man is as fast asleep. In the morning, you are praying for the same husband. After you have prayed 12 to 1, go and sleep with that man. Go and lie by him.
Yes.
Go and be a wife. Go and give him joy.
Wow.
And all these cycles will not start. After you have prayed in the morning, give him food. Give him all the things he may need. And all these cycles will not start.
This has been a great conversation right here. Tonight, the take home is that shame on you if you are attaching on someone else's marriage and being friendly. Shame on you if you became someone else's wife's friend just to steal her marriage. And shame on you if you are sliding immorality into the home of another man so you can mess them up. Tonight, if you're going to make friends, make sure you know who you are making friends with. And if the person is so intent on being your friend, ask yourself why. Tonight, we were hosted by the Trinity Theological Seminary right here in Accra, around East Legon. It is a beautiful place. And I'm telling you, even if you're not coming to study, come for a walk with your beloved. This is Confessions. My name is Miss Nancy. Same time next week, we come to you.
Excellent.